now it's time for Capricorn's June 2025 reading. Capricorn, what happened to you last month? Let's have a look. Feeling cautious at the end of the month sees you being ready to move forward and tackle something. So hopefully you feel really good at the end of May, ready to tackle whatever it is that's in your sights. And let's see what June has for you. Where your head's at and your body. Head and body. Head and body. These are very different to everybody else's cards. Oh, I say that and then a card I just pulled comes up. All right, let's see what is going on for you. Oh, not very much in frame, are we? I'm good like that. Okie dokie. Here we go, Capricorn. So, beginning of the month sees you celebrating. You've got 3s and 4s, 9s, what have we got? 5, 6, 7, 8, 4s. Okay, coolio. Okay, beginning of the month sees you rejoicing or celebrating, feeling quite good. There's pumpkins growing. This is almost like that spring solstice sort of thing. So if you're lucky to be in the northern hemisphere and you're getting into spring, perhaps there's that really good fun spring vibe, that renewal element, sort of rising up from the cold and frost. If you're in Sydney, like I am, Australia, and today's quite cold, well, for Australians, that might not be the case. It might be just cause to celebrate some new growth, and to see how that brings you up into that vibration. Over here, we've got some decisions to make. You're not interested in making them. You're not happy with what's on offer. There's a failure to decide. So maybe you're celebrating on the outside, but inside you're actually stewing a little bit more and a little bit more worried about the outcome. Middle of the month sees massive change. Death doesn't mean dead. It means like the end of a cycle. There's dead and living people on here, king and pope or bishop, and some youth. So I would suggest that this card is probably more about the end of a cycle. You don't feel bad about this death at all. This is a period of prosperity for you, and hard work is paying off, and you can see that all here. And you've got the star card. She's awesome. So I would say the beginning of the month sees you celebrating. It's been some difficult decision making to happen, and it's led to a judgment outcome. So you're rising up to the challenge, because that means that something is dead, done and dusted with. It's over, but it's not a negative dead. It's just it's the best kind. It's something has changed and evolved. And it's evolving into this beautiful balance and celebration of life and prosperity and fluidity. And when you look at these ending cards for the end of the month, you've got this princess or whoever lady, examining all her wealth and beauty. She's so wealthy, she's got a peregrine falcon. She's sort of that medieval high-ranking status. Here we have the queen looking forward. She's looking forward. And here we have the star, keeping everything in balance, beautiful, shiny and sparky. So not a bad set of cards to have. A celebration after a difficult decision, a massive change or the end of something, but it leaves you financially fine. You do the hard work. You feel like you're doing the hard work. And, the end of the month sees you feeling just as prosperous. These guys, I'd love to go to a party with them. They've got it all going on. So opportunities and abundance and balance and happiness. So even though the death card looks like it's a poison chalice in the middle, if you take that away, that would be the only negative card, I would feel. So not negative at all for you, Capricorn. So last month, you were ready to tackle something. So I guess you tackled it, and then you got to see the outcome of that. And it hasn't been such a bad outcome for you moving forward. And it looks like the end of the month feels razzle-dazzle, Got all this royal ladies. All the ladies in the house. Okay. Let's now have a look at the numerical cards for a bit of clarification for Capricorn in June 2025. Okay, I think I'm getting tired. I'm going to have to stop reading. The cards are falling out everywhere. Bing, bang, boom. Okay, one more shuffle because that was a terror. Okay, Cap, where you at? Okay. Nice. Not much to tell you, babe. Oh, boy. You know, you feel in control of the situation. You made the decisions and the outcome has been good. You've risen to the occasion. You've risen to the flow. You've risen to the rise. Control can be quite a negative card, but in this instance, I think that you know that you have the strength of decision to make these great choices, or you have the ability to take control. Now, if it was negative in any way in relation to the death, I would say you can't control death. You can't control change, so don't try it. It's like trying to stop that turtle from moving. It's trying to stop the lifespan of, life, birth, death, etc. The middle of the month, when you are feeling this big change, take note. Go take yourself off into nature. Do take a break from this abundant time and celebrate it in nature. Go for a swim. Go for a hike, but also look to balance. The nature's guide is about balance. So if you do have these big cycles ending, but you're feeling quite hard-working and prosperous, maybe there's a chance to take a break. Seek nature. Go camping. Or if you don't like camping, get a really nice hotel with a beautiful pool and spa. Okay, at the end of the month, you can't say much more than this. You got it all going on. The Strength card. It's about power, but it's wise power. It's not abused power by any stretch of the imagination. So, and we've got 8. So I just can't get better than this, really. 8. That'll add up to 8 as well. I've got 9. So I would say end of the month, you're super fine. You're super fly. You're feeling amazing. You have the strength. You have the quality control. You have the acumen and the ability. Cool. Nice throw, Caps. So, seeing I still have 7, I'm only up to 7 minutes 30. Let's pull a guiding card for Capricorn, because their month seems to be very much in flow, even with the death card in the middle. They may need to celebrate their wins in amongst their hard work, but they have the strength, the power, and the control. And if they do things by natural ways, they will be fine and take time in nature. Oh, I want that card there. Okay, head in the sand. Bully. 6. So I wanted extra clarification. Well, these aren't that great, are they? Maybe there is, I suppose, up here, that element of not making a decision and not taking control. And that if you don't take control, that control will be taken away from you with the bully card. And then you'll feel like nothing but retreat. So I guess the advice is take control, make some active decisions so that you can celebrate the choices you're making. Don't forget to look after yourself, be one with nature, because there is going to be a massive change. And you'll feel like you have to keep working, and it is because you are in a prosperous phase right now, but don't forget to check in with nature to guide your consciousness. Yoga, definitely my last reading for today. So I could say that if you don't take that time out, you may feel harassed, or you may leave yourself open to just a bit of poor interaction. And finally, as a little bit of an extra, if things all go south, you really will feel like you need to retreat. But these cards don't make as much sense to me as the rest. So I would like to say, at the beginning of the month, celebrate your wins, make some great decisions, take some control. But remember, there's only so much control you can have, because some things will just happen organically and naturally and will be the outcome. In the middle of the month, there's going to be a massive change. Something ends. It could be with work, it could be with your finances, but you still feel good and you're still working hard. Make sure that you give yourself a break. At the end of the month, everything is lined up and sorted, ready to go. So if you want to take your next steps, you are fully strong enough to do that and empowered with all of the things that you need to do that. If we take these cards into consideration, I would suggest that don't bury your head in the sand, or don't be fooled by people with their heads in the clouds. Watch out for anyone who's ready to burst your bubble, and if and when you need to go home or find a home-like place or people to support you when you're feeling so energized and maybe even a little bit nervous about your next steps. Okay, that's a doozy, Capricorn. I don't know. Oh no, yeah, Capricorn. I don't know. I'm going to have to revisit this one. Good luck with your June.